Hello and welcome to round 9 of the European Rally Championship, the CPN Alfistiki Rally of Cyprus. The last gravel round of the 2014 ERC, and it also counts for the Middle Eastern Rally Championship. Welcome to the capital city of Cyprus, Nicosia, the traditional home of the rally. As they come here, Esapakalapi and Sepvigan head to the point standings for Skoda. Neither are here. Craig Breen then must take his opportunity with both hands. What about the Middle Eastern rally drivers? They've been very successful here in the past. Men like multiple winner Nasser Al-Attiyah.
Nasser Al-Attiyah in the service park of Nicosia for the Rally of Cyprus. Nasser, star driver from Qatar and three-time winner here of this rally. What do the stages look like?
The stages look like really different from the past, but okay. It's a mix, tarmac and gravel, and I think we must be really clever and yeah, it's a road position is very important here in Cyprus Rally.
Rally HQ has moved from Paphos on the west coast, where it's been for the last few years, back to its traditional home in the capital Nicosia, and that will mean that some of the stages avoid the Troodos Mountains, and here in the late summer they're very dry, and that cuts down the fire risk. They've been rallying here since 1970. And of course, it's been part of the European Rally Championship and the World Rally Championship before becoming part of the Intercontinental Rally Championship and rejoining the ERC. It's the first ERC rally here since 1999. Nasser Al-Attiyah in his Ford Fiesta in winning mood. He clinched the WRC2 victory on Australia last weekend. If he wins in Cyprus, he'll be crowned Middle East Rally Championship winner for the 10th time. And Craig Breen, the Irishman, needs to close down the points gap to the leaders.
Both championships really went down to the wire. In fact, the first one went down to the very last stage. So if I learned anything from that, it's to never give up.
Those are his last two titles, WRC Academy 2011, WRC 2000 in 2012. What about Bruno Magalhães? This is his first time on gravel in the Peugeot.
I made a test 2 days ago, and the test was okay for us. The difference between the 207 and 208 is bigger on gravel than on tarmac in this moment.
His first time in Cyprus for Poland's Kajtan Kajtanovic. Another rally for him to learn, and of course high temperatures. The ambient will be well over 30 degrees Celsius inside the car, getting closer to 60.
Hot, gearbox is hot.
Driver is hot.
Yeah, inside, of course. It's like, inside is like in hell.
Kaito on the qualifying stage managed to keep the temperatures under control. This determines the starting order for leg 1. The first man through the qualifying stage gets his choice in the top 10 positions. Kaito went through fastest. Yazid Al-Raji from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, second quickest. He competes normally in WRC2. Robert Consani in his Peugeot 207 Super 2000 was third fastest. It's his second time in Cyprus. Khalid Al-Qasimi from the Emirates, fourth fastest. He's battling Al-Attiyah for the Middle Eastern Rally Championship. He's co-driven by Osterman Chris Patterson. Craig Breen, fifth fastest, 53 points behind Esapakalapi, needs a big result. And Bruno Magalhães, he would go through behind Breen. Two Peugeot 208 drivers bedding themselves in perhaps a little cautiously. Portuguese only sixth fastest. He had to change the pop-off valve just before the qualifying stage as he was losing turbo pressure in free practice. This is very typical Cyprus scenery. Tight, twisty and rocky. And car number 1, the Qatari Nasser Al-Attiyah, had a terrible time. The engine cutting out after just 500 meters.
Problem with ECU when the car is cooling down, the engine starts. But okay, it's good this happened here, you know, not in tomorrow. We try to fix everything today.
He'll take the last spot in the top 10. A big promotion here for the rules of safer driving. Each of the drivers taking one of the watchwords, and of course using both languages here in Cyprus, English and Greek. Before the 1974 separation of the island, there were 3 official languages: Greek, Turkish and English. Kaito Katanovic has the #1 choice. He goes 7th on the road. He doesn't want to be clearing it. Nasser Al-Attiyah with the last choice. He will start 1st on the road. He has no call. The ceremonial starts in the centre of the city. 44 crews taking the start of the 2014 Cyprus Rally. They really love their rallying here. It's a major sport in Cyprus as part of the Middle East Championship and the Cypriot Rally Championship. And they have been introducing, bringing a lot of top-name drivers here for many, many years. Super special in the heart of the city with great viewing, jumps, water splashes, gravel and tarmac, and hay bales. And they are a bit of a problem for Katanovic. Clumps the bale, also disranges the steering, not what you want on these tight city streets. Yaroslav Orsak clatters a curb, damages the right rear wheel, wrecks the suspension. And that will retire him from the leg. Nasser Al-Attiyah had another ECU flown in overnight from M Sport in the UK. He hits a bale of hay, has a heavy landing from the jump. Engine running hot, water temperature 128, oil temperature 140 degrees. Those aren't good numbers. Yassid Al-Raji, the Saudi, fastest through, beating Robert Consony by 2.8 seconds in his Ford Fiesta. Magalis 8 seconds behind, Breen 10 behind. So the first loops of stages down to the east, heading towards the port of Larnaca and the big holiday areas between the international airport of Larnaca and Ayia Napa on the further eastern part. So it'll be hot, arid, dusty, combination of gravel and tarmac awaiting the drivers on both days. 4 stages in the first loop of the morning. Stage 3, Litondras, is the longest of the rally, nearly 22 kilometres, but we start with Kotsiatis, 9:20 in the morning, and already temperatures well up into the 70s. Beautiful conditions. A lot of fans will know these drivers well. Nasser Al-Attiyah struggling as he has an overheating issue and he will not start the second leg. Bruno Magalis had problems finding grip. Katanovic, problems with the power steering, had to reset the system. His co-driver working his way through the control-alt-delete. Still the fastest ERC competitor, but left service park a minute late in the morning, so he has a 10-second penalty. And as for Craig Breen, the Irishman has to push. Pushing hard on the mixed surface means he's always going to be close to the edge. He has a massive high-speed 360, finishes stage 2 with a puncture, losing 13 seconds to be 5th. Robert Consany, also surprised a little by the mixed surfaces here in Cyprus. He has a spin and another couple of big moments. Hits the tree there. 10th on stage 2, loses more than 30 seconds, drops to 6th overall. Khalid Al-Qasemi, Middle East Rally Championship competitor, fastest, starting his day perfectly, going through stage 2, 3 seconds quicker than Katanovic to take the overall lead in the Citroën D3. DS3, so he takes a points advantage in the Middle East Rally Championship after retirement of Nasser Al-Attiyah. Martin Hudec, the Czech. This will be a key moment in the Production Cup class. He's leading the category by a single point. Second on the road, not a great position to be in, cleaning the stages, going very carefully. As a result, only 9th in the Production Cup after 3 stages. And Vitaly Pushkar of the Ukraine really pushing hard. And as we've seen already, on the loose gravel here, that can have its downside. Has a big 5th gear moment on stage 2. 3rd on the road, drifting all over the place. Robert Consony trying to stay calm. He says it's one of the most difficult things to start a special stage, knowing that he has to be cautious to finish the rally. And he's not confident on these surfaces either. 7th in stage 3, losing 23 seconds. And Bruno Magalis, 34-year-old Portuguese now, getting used to the car, feeling better and better with every kilometre in the 208, but still not quite happy with the setup. 3rd through stage 3, though. Craig Breen, though, with continuing problems, no anti-lag. Loses 4.6 seconds more in stage 3. Second fastest on the stage, but he knows that this is a great open goal to try and score maximum points for the championship, and it's not going well for him. He's 4th place overall. He does get ahead of Bruno Magalhaes, though. He knows championships can be won on the very final day. On board with Kajtanovic. Throttle and brake being indicated on the right. At top speed. His power steering problems sorted. And sets the fastest time on stage 3. He's got the car set up for gravel, although the stage is 86% of tarmac. So he comes back from his early delay. Onto the loose and up to 6th place. Khalid Al-Qasimi with Chris Patterson alongside, controlling the rally lead. Not feeling at his most comfortable. This is very different from most Middle Eastern rally stages. Slowing the thing down just a little. 6th fastest in stage 3 to lose the overall lead. Yazid Al-Raji of Saudi Arabia with another Irishman, Michael Orr, alongside him. Very consistent. Takes the lead, 5.6 seconds ahead of Al-Qasimi. With Al-Khawari's Ford Fiesta Super 2000 moving up to 3rd, Craig Breen in 4th place is in fact the top ERC driver. All of which will be little solace to him if he can't sort out his problems. He's only 0.1 behind Al-Khawari and starting to solidify things. Well, it's early days yet in Rally Cyprus. Top Cypriot drivers already up in the top 8. Stay with us for lots more action from day 1 on the Island of Love.